Hello viewers, this is Professor Dr. Kamal Bhattacharya, Department of English, Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Madhurpur University, Roorkee, Uttarakhand. Today in this video lecture I would like to discuss about Edmund Spenser's Faerie Queene, which is mentioned in many Indian MA syllabus, MA English syllabus. This is also available in our university syllabus. So I hope this syllabus, this video will provide you some specific knowledge about Faerie Queene, because students, you are not able to read and understand this old English, the Elizabethan English, and Faerie Queene is a very long poem. Okay, there are 6 books, and each book has many cantos. So what are cantos? Cantos are the long poem within a poem. Okay, so there are 6 books, and Spenser was born in a very poor family. He was not born to the purple. His family, his father was a clothmaker, a tailor, okay, and hardly meet to the both ends of the family. However, Edmund Spenser was a prodigy. Okay, from the childhood, before he could speak or he could learn alphabets, he could perceive the knowledge of language, Latin and French, all these things. He was educated in a village school, merchant tailors school. In 1569, he got his BA, and 1573 he got his MA from Cambridge University. In Cambridge University, he was admitted, since he was a very good student, bright student, provided financial help by the universities. So he was admitted as a sizar, SIZAR. Sizar means he has to work in lieu of the money he used to get as a curator, as a groundwork, whatever it is. Okay, so Cambridge University left an indelible impression on the background of his latter career. Okay, colored his the rest of his life. It was the university that began as a poet translating some poems for a volume of anti-Catholic propaganda. Anti-Catholic propaganda. Okay, his work then and later reflects the strong puritanical environment of Cambridge. He befriended with Gabriel Harvey. Okay, Gabriel Harvey was a Cambridge don, humanist and a pamphleteer. Okay, and he befriended many famous personality in his life, and that also helped him to succeed in his career. Spenser became the secretary of Earl of Leicester, remember, and he was also very dear to Queen Elizabeth. Okay, so the financial support, the political support, the support from the noble family, the king family really helped him to establish himself within this time where there are other contemporaries equally very talented. Okay, so he is called the poet's poet. Okay, Spenser, together with Sydney. Okay, he also member. He was also a member of Areopagus. Okay, Areopagus. So English versification by substituting the rhyme and accent meter of Greek and Latin system based on exact quantity of syllable. Okay, the Shepherd's calendar dedicated to Sydney consists of 12 pastoral eclogues. Uh, Many of the latter poets, from Milton to Keats, okay, uh, they had learned many techniques from Spenser, okay, from Amoretti, okay. Uh, Spenser is sometimes called the poet's poet because of many later English poets have learned the art of versification from him. In the 19th century, when alone his influence may have, we can see in Shelley's Revolt of Islam, Byron's Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, Keats' Eve of Saint Agnes, and Tennyson's The Lotus Eater. So this is how Sydney is evaluated, and he was a very great figure of the Elizabethan period. Now let us go to the topic, Faerie Queene. Okay, Faerie Queene, if you read, you will not be able to understand because the old archaic words, the English words that was written in the 500 years ago. So you will not be able to decipher the meaning of each and every because the spellings are peculiar. However, when we will read this, I will tell you the summary of the cantos. You will be able to understand, relate that this poem is actually an allegory. Okay, an allegorical poem is the poem that is written for some ethical purpose of the society, to criticize the society by dint of some characters who represent the particular virtues and vice. Okay, and it is veiled, it is covered by ordinary words, but actually inside the word, subterranean meanings reveal something different. That is called allegory. Canterbury Tales is an allegory. Okay, so there are six books. There are 6 books, and each book has its own name according to the message Sydney wants to give us. The first book is called the Holiness. Okay, the second book is called the Temperance. The third book is called the Chastity. The fourth book is called the Friendship. Fifth book is called the Justice, and the last book is called the Courtesy. Okay. In this first canto, we will be able to understand that how, why we call it an allegory. It is simply tangible. And if you read between the lines, then you will understand that why it is called an allegory and what is the motto, what he wants to teach to the society of the then society. Okay. So first canto, the name of the first canto is Holiness. So in this canto we get a knight. Okay, a knight is a soldier who fights for the dignity of the king, to save the king, and the knights are not allowed to leave the battlefield or flee from the battlefield. They are morally very good, very correct. Okay, truthfulness, dignity, valor, all these characters are there in the knights. Okay, say knight who had a cross on his shield. Okay, इसको ढाल बोलते हैं. You can see, find it in your Hindi dictionary. So in the shield there is a cross. Okay, red cross. So a knight identified only by the red cross on his shield, because he has not given any name. Okay, any name. So he goes on, accompanies a lady, okay, in between his journey, whose name is Una, U-N-A, Una. Una represents truth, okay, truth. So you can easily understand their character, whose name is Una, who is representing truth, truth of the human character. So when they are going, there was a severe storm that arises, forcing them, compel them to take a shelter in a beautiful forest. Unfortunately, the forest turns out to be the wandering wood, the wood that travels. Okay, the wandering wood that travels. You can easily relate. The same thing we get in Shakespeare's novel. Okay, when the three witches, Shakespeare's play, sorry, Shakespeare's play, fair is full fair. So when the three witches tell Macbeth, okay, the play is Macbeth, and later on Shakespeare also described the woods, the trees are moving. So that time this type of conception was there. You can easily relate. So wandering wood, where the monster, there was a monster. Its name was Error, E-R-R-O-U-R, Error. So you can relate to the spelling of today's error, E-R-R-O-R, error. Okay. So error means the error of character. Okay, not good thing, not acceptable thing in the society. Error makes her den. There is a den inside which the monster Error he lives. Una tells Red Cross that not to venture, not to go ahead, because the danger lies. The monster was there. Okay, but the knight proceeds anyway and finds himself locked in a battle with Error, and there was a fight. There is a battle between Red Cross and the monster. Error, however, in the first half, Error gains advantage by spewing forth vile menace formation at Red Cross. So the monster, he is taking different shapes and attacks Red Cross. But Una, since Una is truth, Una encourages Red Cross not to leave his ground and stand still and firm. Okay, doing so, Red Cross is able to gain the upper hand and kill and strangle. Okay, and strangle and kill Error. He leaves Error's body. Since these monsters, they are ogres. Okay, they are ogres. O-G-R-E-S. Ogres means cannibals. So his own gorgeous, his own gorgeous was eaten by his offspring. So he was eaten by his own family members. So you can easily understand that when Error is there, nobody belongs to the Error. Nobody accepts Error. Okay, even if you have created an error, you tend to avoid the error and tend to nullify that you have not made the mistake, made the error. So when Error, the giant, was killed, his own kith and kin, offsprings, they ate him. That means they have abdicated him. So Red Cross and Una depart the forest and encounter a hermit. A hermit was there, who represents a sorcerer, Archimago. Okay, Archimago in disguise. Archimago offers them shelter, but while they sleep, he does some magic and spells them with some dream in which Red Cross sees that Una has cheated him, okay, cheated him. So, and also in his dream he sees that Una tries to seduce him, okay, she tries to seduce him, okay. This is Canto 1. Canto 2, in Canto 2 we get that despite his success against the false Duessa is a dual character, okay, hallucination, you can, is a hallucination. Red Cross loses his faith in her when the lying dream shows Una sporting with another knight. So, dual character. So, in his dream, he sees as if he is alive and he can see that Una is playing, she becomes flirtatious with another knight. So, it represents that when there is some dubiousness, some doubts in your mind, okay, it haunts you, it collapses your thought process. It does not allow to think properly, okay. So, Duessa introduced herself to Red Cross as Fidesa, okay, fidelity. Fidesa means fidelity. Fidelity means to stick to the one person, okay, stick to one person. Dasera leads Red Cross to a bower. Who is Dasera? Dasera is actually the wife of the hermit, okay. Duessa is she is very beautiful lady, but when she has taken Red Cross under a bower. Bower means the branches of tree, okay, shady area. The tree says to Red Cross that I am not a tree. Actually, I was also a human being, but Duessa, by her charm, by her spell, she has made me like this. But unfortunately, Red Cross could not relate the character of Duessa, which is being told by the tree. This is Canto 2. Canto 3, the scene now shifts back to Una, afraid and alone in the forest, because she is alone, okay. A great lion charges her, a big lion charges her, intent on devouring. The lion wants to eat her, but upon reaching her, it is overcome by her virtue and instead kisses her. So, since Una is representing truth, so she is always pious. The lion becomes her devoted protector, taking the place Red Cross abandoned. So, when Red Cross has gone, the lion became her protector. Una and the lion came upon Abessa, absence. Abessa means absence, who invites them to follow her to her home to stay with herself and her mother. Okay, absence. Absence of what? Absence of many things. Absence of intelligence, absence of mind. As the lion approaches the house, the mother and daughter cower in fear. So they were afraid of the house, of the lion. But Una is giving lodging. But Una was allowed, but not the lion, because the lion is an animal. The night, that night, a church robber, okay, a dacoit, Karkapine, whose name is Karkapine, Kirkapine, Karkapine, comes to visit his beloved Abessa, okay, bringing his ill-gotten gains to her. However, the lion discovers Karkapine's presence and kills him. The next morning, Una departs Abessa's home. Red Cross approaches her, although he is really Archimago in disguise. Archimago became the knight in disguise because he also wanted to check Una's fidelity. Okay. Una believed that deception but her unfounded joy is short-lived as the brother of Sanfosi attacks the false Red Cross and defeats him. Okay, so the brother of Una, he recognizes and kills the deception. Okay, the knight then they lives claim to Una. Since she is without a protector, the lion attempts to defend Una, but Sansloy kills it and drags her away. So this is the third canto, in which we can see this normal character becomes the character of the human nature, truth, absence, okay, illusions, lust, lust, okay, all these things. So all the more we can up to this cantos, we can easily understand that this is an allegorical poem. In the next video, because the video is becoming longer, in the next video I will discuss cantos 4, 5 and 6 and the rest of the cantos. Okay, there are 12 cantos. I will try to divide the videos into 3, 3, 3. Okay, for the time. Have a good night and good day.